All right, everyone, welcome to day 2 of the Piano for Composers challenge. Yesterday, we used the keyboard to come up and generate a simple melodic idea. Today, we're going to look at how we can use the keyboard to develop these ideas further. So there's a few different ways that we can do this. We can change the rhythmic feel, we can keep the melody the same and change the underlying chords in the left hand, or you can do a little mix of all of them. And we can move this melody around on the keyboard and kind of keep the motifs and the rhythmic feel in the right hand and sequence the melody. And I'll demonstrate what all of this means, and I want you to explore these different options to create 3 variations of your theme from yesterday. So let's take the idea from yesterday. So what we could do is to change the rhythmic feel of it. Say we want to do something a bit more staccato. Something that's more of an adventurous brass statement, because I'm always thinking a little bit about what the instrumentation could be that I'm trying to emulate or imagining as I'm exploring these different themes on the keyboard. And I encourage you to do the same. And this is something that we talk a lot about in the course as well, how you can use the keyboard to kind of make informed decisions that's going to help us in the arranging and recording process later when we're creating full mockups. Anyways, changing the rhythmic feel is one thing we can do. Another thing is to change the underlying chords altogether. So say instead of starting at A minor, I can start at the D minor. And I can also do a little mix of both, change the rhythmic feel, maybe doing arpeggiated chord in the left hand and keep the melody kind of the same. And so on. Another thing we can do as well is to kind of move this melody around, and maybe instead of playing, we can move it to, or even, and sequence these motifs that we've used. And we can combine this with, playing out with different chords as well. And now, based on the same starting point, I have completely different variations and almost different tracks altogether. And we're going a lot more into depth into this in the Piano for Composers course, but I just want to demonstrate it very quickly right here and have you try it. So what I want you to do today is to take what you played yesterday and explore a few different variations. Try changing up the rhythmic feeling of it, the chords, where you play the melody, and just have fun and record 2 to 3 different variations of this theme. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to even be to click in your DAW. And then tomorrow, we're gonna look at more how we can explore these ideas using virtual instruments and try to flesh them out a little bit. And keep in mind, you can do this even if you did the simplified techniques that we looked at yesterday, even with just a drone. It can be very simple like that. You can change the chords you did the drone in. See how an F feels over the same movement. Try a G. And if you did just bass notes, the same thing applies. Just try different rhythmic feelings, different bass notes over the same motif, move it around, and so on. So have fun, explore these different techniques. I'll see you tomorrow.